This is how we roll. No, seriously, this is how we roll. Trucks, toys, and lots of gear. Time to upgrade our pickups. We're accessorizing with access covers and MobileStrong. No flash or frills, just tough and rugged.
People are passionate about outdoor equipment. Get this, Americans spend more than $20 billion a year on gear. But no one ever really sees how their stuff gets made.
Well, that's where we come in. Each week, we throw open the factory doors and give you a behind-the-scenes look at how your favorite gear is made.
Made for the outdoors.
You know you're in North Dakota when pretty much every vehicle is a 4x4. And also, the wind whips faster than most of these trucks. Up here, Mother Nature throws it all at you. But this product has you covered. Access roll-up covers are manufactured at AgriCover Incorporated in Jamestown, North Dakota. The company was established in 1981. Then in the early 90s, they produced the revolutionary roll-up tonneau cover, the first of its kind. And now it's the #1 selling roll-up tonneau in North America. Hi, Jack. Nice to meet you.
Welcome to AgriCover, Lindsay.
So this is where the first ever roll-up truck bed cover was originated?
It is. The owner of the company back in 1982 decided that he could do better. Now today we've got 125 employees. This is our production line. We do more than just access roll-up covers. We've got a whole line of ag products. We do a snow sport, snow plow, a Rockstar mud flap, and a whole list of auto accessories.
All under one roof.
All under one roof.
So this definitely, though, isn't your typical factory. What is with all of these bikes?
You'll see in a little while what these bikes are used for. Keyboard and the toolbox, that's mine. I'm wired.
So the first step is measuring the truck. This is Logan. He's gonna help me out.
Well, Lindsay, you'd be surprised how often people get the length of their bed wrong. So let me show you the correct way to measure it. First, you take this tape measure, you hold it along the bed rail, and then measure here at the top inner edge of the tailgate. And right now we have 65.5 inches. What that means is this is a 5.5-foot bed. So what we have to do is put it in order for a 2015 Ford F-150 with a short 5-foot 6-inch bed. The process starts here.
What is this?
This is a computer-controlled cutting machine.
Every cut requires power and precision. In a matter of seconds, sharp little blades carve the vinyl and etch a number on every cover. Even the pen is computerized. So how many of these are you guys cutting on a daily basis?
More than 100. It's running all day.
Okay, so then after it's cut,
Goes over here to the station where we put the logo on the back end of the cover. All right, well, Lindsay, if you look up here, you see all these raw materials that we bring in, and we cut them to length. That's really how it works. Where'd Lindsay go? Where's Lindsay?
really loving these bikes, Logan. This factory is huge, 900 square feet from one end to the other, the length of 2 city blocks. And a lot of that space is storage for raw materials. So there is a lot of vinyl around here.
Yes, it's very special vinyl. It's designed to handle very tough temperatures and resist tearing and damage. It's really strong stuff.
How strong?
Knock yourself out. Got enough?
You win.
Every batch of vinyl that comes in, we take samples and do a clip cut into them, and then put them in a tearing machine to see how much it actually takes to tear them apart and make sure that they're up to our standards.
And now we're over in sewing. That's the next step, right?
It is.
Lots of ladies working here. What's going on?
Well, first we cut it, and then we go to Glenda, which is sewing the hook on, which you would know as Velcro.
Each sewing machine is programmed for the perfect stitch. which leaves little room for operator error. You push the foot pedal, and it does the rest. All day, every day, employees work under deadline, and these help save a little time. This is work? What?
It is.
Hey, Mickey! Am I making you dizzy yet? Yes, biking is part of the job. It's a lot faster than walking, and many of these bikes are customized for the employees.
I'm making about 30 trips back and forth across the building throughout the day.
Some of them are personalized, some of them are not. Got my own little name tag. Other than that, I've got my tape measure.
I can't find it if I don't have an orange tag like the hunters. I get a lot of exercise and I'm from one end of the building to the other, and I love it.
So I've heard you've gotten into a little bit of trouble on these.
Well, yeah, you know, we've got a safety director around here that keeps an eye on us, make sure we don't ride too fast. I got a speeding ticket one time, $20. I paid it in pennies.
Up next, it's time to put the pedal to the metal and finish this roll-up tonneau cover. Plus, our very own demo install. You're watching Made for the Outdoors.
Made for the Outdoors is brought to you by Splash Products, Access Covers, Game Fair, and Coates RV and Ice Cabins.
I love making the product. I've got a lot of pride in what we do here. And I think most people that work here do.
Welcome back to Made for the Outdoors. Our tonneau cover's shell is complete, so now it's time to frame the frame. The bars, bows, and rails are all made from aluminum. Aluminum is more malleable and elastic than steel. It's also lighter and corrosion and rust resistant. The raw materials arrive in bulk, so each piece is then cut to size depending on the truck bed length. What's that noise? Oh my
That's the saw right here.
Sounds like fireworks.
Yeah.
Station 1 works on the bars.
And these go at the front and back of the vehicle. Right now, these are the rear bars, and they have the auto latch tooth system attached to them.
Station 2 adds fastening material to the bows.
Just aluminum tube that go along the length of the cover. And their job is just to give support to the cover so that it can support the weight of anything put on top of it, like snow.
And at Station 3, the hook and loop Velcro material and weather stripping are attached to the rails.
The rails, go along the bed rails of your truck. And if you have a rail that's a foot too long, it's not going to fit. If your rail is a foot too short, it's not going to cover the whole bed. So you need to make sure you have the exact right cover for your bed.
AgriCover also has its own little hardware store. These shelves house all of the spare parts that go with each cover. All right, so Logan's gonna time me. We'll see if I can get it in under 60 seconds.
A right 7/8.
Okay,
A left 7/8.
low 70. Okay,
6 regular clamps.
6 of them. Okay,
A Laredo manual and seal.
done. Woo! 33 seconds.
Okay, now you need to do that 150 times today.
Lastly, workers marry the frame to the cover, and everything is boxed and shipped out. And once it arrives at your house, it's time to install.
Yeah, it's easier than you think. In fact, you're going to do it. All right, you can see all the components are right here in the box. And then tools-wise, a socket wrench, a pair of scissors, that's all you need.
Who needs instructions, Logan? I have you.
Always read the instructions.
Always read the instructions.
We'll just take this out.
Okay. I'm going to test you at the end of this.
Okay. Finger tighten it. Very right. Very right.
Tight.
That's tight enough.
Tight.
All right, Lindsay, you've installed the tonneau cover. Now let's close it and have our moment of truth.
This is how we roll. Here we go.
There you go. Everyone,
It's a wrap.
hit it. Do you know why I had you do that?
Nope.
Well, if you read your instructions, you'd know. Here's the deal. You want to keep your cover good and tight through all the seasons because a tight cover will last. It can handle the weather, it can handle the wind on the road, but if it's loose and the wind catches it, it wears out prematurely.
Glad we got that covered.
These are tested, trusted, and guaranteed. This is how we roll.
Up next, Bill heads to MobileStrong. Check it out. Your toolbox and gun case all in one.
This is all hunting stuff in here. So that...
Oh no, here we go again. Another trip, another pile of junk.
Okay, it's no secret. Those of us who fish, hunt, and camp, we tend to be gearheads. Heck, every time I travel, I grab all my stuff and I just chuck it in a pile in the back of my truck. That's exactly why we're here in Centuria, Wisconsin today to check out MobileStrong boxes. Quite the story when you see how they get made for the outdoors.
MobileStrong sits in west central Wisconsin, a small town factory fabricating storage for all kinds of vehicles. It turns out sportsmen and sportswomen have a soft spot for MobileStrong boxes. It all starts with a customer on a computer.
They're able to put in the measurements from their vehicle. From there, they can decide if they want a single drawer or a double drawer, and then what kind of surface they want on the top.
The customer adds accessories like dividers, gun holders, and custom tops. The order beams via the internet to Milena Hallen, and MobileStrong gets cracking.
Okay, so once the numbers are in the system, they shoot over to this office with this guy.
How you doing? I'm Aaron.
Aaron, I'm Bill. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
I
meet you
hear
too,
you're
Bill.
the computer guru.
Well, I'm the CAD guy here.
And you do what?
Absolutely. Well, I do all the drawing, and I also do all the programming for the equipment here.
Think of Aaron Shannon as the architect.
And I can actually just punch in the dimensions right into our CAD software, and it'll render all of the individual components that's used to build the box. So then what we can do is I'm just going to adjust this, let it update, and now we've got a full 3D render of that box that we can actually send right to the customer.
It's done right there.
It's done right there.
So is that
Yep.
just a prop or something for you? You just have that to look cool since you don't have to actually use it?
Right? Well, you know, that kind of tells us where we were, and this tells us where we are now.
That's
you know?
amazing.
Okay, time to scoot across to the other building to see production. Tim Skiba owns MobileStrong.
Wow.
Bill, this is it. This is actually the CNC center. All the programming we did over there, you worked with Aaron, probably Milena in sales. It basically gets sent into here. They select which machine is going to run whatever box.
The machining process starts with giant sheets of what's called HDPE. That means high-density polyethylene. Think really tough plastic. Josh Merrill's in charge of this station.
I don't dare get in his way. Josh, you're a busy man.
Yeah. Hey, Marty.
See what I mean? Come on, you gotta show me your muscles.
Oh, I don't got no muscles.
Those sheets are heavy.
That's true.
All day long, Josh wrestles the big sheets into place. He preps the polyethylene for production and then hits the computer. Josh inputs all the box specs that came from the customer. He steps back.
Kind of sets that thing to go. And all the measurements are in there, so the computer just does its thing.
Over the next 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the project, the router bits cut each piece.
Sometimes we'll be running a couple thousand parts.
Once the computer completes the cuts,
It's amazing what you can get out of one little sheet of plastic, all the kinds of things you can make out of it.
These parts will then get manufactured in here, cleaned up, sanded, whatever it needs to be. It'll move out of this building back into assembly in the other building.
That process includes bright lights, a quick dance,
Actually, you're going to be doing the welding today.
But I don't know how to weld.
Well, I'm going to show you how.
and a little too much lift.
What are you looking at?
Not bad. I mean, you did okay.
I don't know. Looks perfect to me.
Made for the Outdoors is brought to you by Banks Outdoors, Open Air Solutions, Wiley Point Lodge, and by Central Boiler.
Seems nobody ever has enough storage. Exactly why a small, dedicated team fabricates MobileStrong boxes out of Centuria, Wisconsin.
Okay, so we've seen all these different parts being built. Now we've moved to the finishing building. This is where all the final stuff happens. Dave, what are you working on?
Well, I do the welding and the final assembly.
So it all comes down to you.
Yep, and I put it all together and out the door it goes.
Not without a bunch of work. Dave Trenter first measures and cuts frame pieces.
They're like support tubes.
Some frames fit right inside the boxes. Others get welded together before final installation. The manufacturing team tackles another kind of welding too.
Actually, you're going to be doing the welding today.
But I don't know how to weld.
Well, I'm going to show you how.
All right.
First, going to want to put a glove on. Oh, come on, one more time.
Okay, now that I'm over the glove, the first step in plastic welding is to fold the box pieces into shape. Dave then scores the welding area so all the materials will permanently stick.
You ready?
Sure. What could possibly go wrong?
Just like that, and slowly, you want to put a pretty good amount of pressure down. And just slowly kind of tilt it up a little bit more.
This one looks a little bit straighter than yours.
Yeah, it might be.
Or it might not. The welder squirts a hot bead of plastic compound, permanently joining polyethylene parts.
What are you looking at?
Not bad. I mean, you did okay.
So like C+.
Yeah, I would say.
I've got welding figured out, kind of.
Once Dave has all the components joined and the framing locked into place, they lift the drawers.
Okay, so you think the box looks about complete. Not quite yet. There are actually a couple key steps left. First off, they top this thing off. A lot of people choose to put carpet on top. Then it'll get a quality control check and a bit of trim. Then it's MobileStrong.
Workers clean the top and then get out the spray gun. That is heavy-duty adhesive. Carpet tops off this box. While Dave finishes up the top, we sneak next door to check out MobileStrong's other coolest process.
Is it fair to say you're the artist?
Depending on what I'm doing, yeah.
Your pencil is really cool.
The pencil is really cool.
It's a laser.
Harmony Warren puts the name to each MobileStrong box.
And we're off. Wow. Wow. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there hiding behind the laser. Is it okay if I look directly into that thing? So in a matter of 3 minutes,
MobileStrong tags go on to all the boxes, and a lot of clients like a custom name tag too.
you have the coolest machine in this entire place. Just saying.
I know.
MobileStrong. Now MobileStrong and complete. So that's how it goes. And just in case you're wondering, these boxes hold everything you've got and then some.
So there you go. MobileStrong. Quite a unique piece of gear. Quite the story about how your stuff gets made for the outdoors.
Hot off the press.
All right, you guys ready to race? Okay, let's go. Oh. It's like a biker gang. Watch out.